Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
How are y'all doing this morning? What a beautiful morning, Justin. It was a Chautauqua sunrise indeed. I have my sunglasses on. It's November 18th. There's no snow. Life is good in Chautauqua County, as we always say. We got a great show in store for you today. And the buzzword today, or the phrase that I want you to keep in mind, have you been naughty or nice? Because by the end of the show, it's going to be important to know where you stand on that particular question, Justin, especially you. Yeah. I've been hearing things about Justin from his brother. It's that time of year, isn't it? Everybody's starting to get their houses decorated, and the storefronts are getting their lights, and Christmas trees are decorated. We're going to be talking a lot about Christmas today and the holidays coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So first, let's say good morning to everybody that's watching the show right now, live, streaming anywhere in the world. We are going to say good morning to those of you that are listening. No, it's good afternoon. I get this mixed up every time. Good afternoon to all of our friends in the Ukraine. We're thinking about you. Please stay safe. Natalia and friends, thank you for watching as always. For those of you down in Florida, down in California, wherever you are across Europe, those of you that are watching us in the Netherlands, wherever, good afternoon, good morning, wherever it is. I've lost track of time. I think it's still morning in some parts of the world. I'm getting the looks right now. Anyway, that's right. The penguins in Antarctica, according to Justin, he's got this report from down south that they have stations down there to watch us. Where do you get this information? Hey, we are also going to be talking to this guy. I just lost my way. Get back here. See what happens when you do this thing live? We also are going to have our listeners on WRFA 107.9, Low Power to the People in Jamestown. Thanks for checking in with us Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. I think you're going to enjoy this. Today's topic is Christmas time type stuff, but what we're going to be talking about is a destination here in Western New York. And some of you, according to a lot of the Facebook pages I've been watching over the years, know a little bit about this place. Just give you a little hint, but it's going to be a fun show, so stick around. Now, if you can't watch the whole show, what do? You can watch us again at 2 and 8 every day throughout the week on channel 1301 on Spectrum. You can also watch us on YouTube. Go to my Facebook page. We're there as well. Okay? So, good show in store for you today. Also, I'm pleased to tell you that Oak Island Plus, my video podcast with Jim McQuiston, number 7 is going to be shown this week at 4 and 10 every day, right? And we're excited that you'll be able to watch that because it's just one of those things that's been growing and growing and growing. We've had almost 14,000 views of the series, so we are very happy to be able to offer that to you here in Chautauqua County. All right, let me see what else I got going here. Okay, I've got my little nutcracker here, trying to get everybody in the spirit, and that's sort of a theme that we're going to start here. Justin and the crew started decorating the studio. You're going to see our Christmas tree here in a little bit, and kind of get in the mood. So I got some announcements I want to share with you. I just want to make sure. Oh, did I mention this? Did I mention that you can email us throughout the week with your announcements? If you have something that's going on, especially for the holidays or any old time, you can go online. You can go to chautauquasunrise@gmail.com and send me your messages, your announcements, and we'll be happy to get it on as long as it fits our parameters. Or during the show today, you can give us a call at 716-753-5225, and you can talk to my guest, you can talk to me, you can share an event that maybe it's a fundraiser or something regarding the holidays, whatever it is, I don't care. We do a lot of fundraisers in Chautauqua County for a variety of reasons, and we're happy to share that with all of our other viewers. Okay, are you ready, Jeff? Here we go. Let's go to Jamestown. All right, free showing, no tickets required. Where is this at? The Reglan A. Okay, it's going to be called The Santa Claus. It's free. Concessions will also be available. You're going to have popcorn, there's beer, wine, and so forth. Doors open at 2:30. When is it? It's going to be December 2nd at 3 p.m. and at 5:30 p.m. So 2 showings at Santa Claus, a free show. On Christmas Eve, divorced dad Scott Kelvin and his son discover Santa Claus has fallen off their roof. When Scott takes the reins of the magical sleigh, he finds he is now the new Santa Claus and must convince a world of disbelievers, including himself. It's rated PG. It's 107 minutes long, and 3rd Street will be closed beginning at 12 p.m. that day in preparation for the Jamestown Holiday Parade at 6 p.m. So anyways, it's down on 3rd Street. They're going to have 2 showings, and that's called Santa Claus. Then, the Wizards of Winter. That looks pretty cool. The Wizards of Winter bring their musical intensity stage, theatrics, and holiday fun to the Reglan A Center for the Arts in the Christmas holiday rock experience for the whole family. When is it? December 8th at 7:30 and 9:20 p.m. Featuring former members of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra and other classic rock giants, including Blue Oyster Cult, Rainbow, Trickster, Ted Nugent Band, along with Broadway veterans. They performed their holiday rock opera entitled The Christmas Dream. How cool is that? The Wizards take their audience on a musical journey in search of the meaning of Christmas. This 11-member ensemble, imagine band practice for that, boasts soaring vocal harmonies, precision string instrumentation, powerful percussion, and stunning keyboard work, layered around a rich storyboard that evokes memories and emotions of December past. From rock and pop to ballads and even a visit from Mrs. Claus, there's something for everyone. Okay, so here are the prices. It's a little different than watching the movie. If you want a balcony seat, it's $24.50. Age 12 and under. For adults, it's $34.50. Main floor, $24.50. Ages 12 and under. And if you're down on the main floor, $44.50 for adults. Main and Loge Premium, $52 a person. Okay, you might say, that sounds a bit pricey. Go some other cities right now for some of these shows. They're up in that $70, $80 range and on up. So this is a very fair price. Want tickets? 484-7070 or go to the box office there in Jamestown. All right, let's keep moving. What else we got here? Slide 16. It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play. Well, I just happen to have a personal interest in this because I am in it. We did this back in 2016, and we've been doing a upgrade every few years, and I happen to be the MC of that particular radio show, and I do 6 voices. Now you might say, what are you talking about? A Wonderful Life, or live radio play, is just that. It's a play about a radio show in the 40s doing the voiceovers and the sound effects like the old-fashioned person that sits in the background breaking glass and making sounds, people walking, called a folio artist. And we do a radio show doing the Jimmy Stewart version of the Wonderful Life. And when you're there, you feel like you're right in the movie as far as the storyline in that. And many of the lines are almost exactly the same as the movie. So I'm pleased to be in it again. Libby Chirino and Kelly Matthews are directing it and in the show as well. There's 7 of us, I believe, that do voices. And then we've got the folio artist, Karen Cockrum, and then Judy Waite. She's going to be doing the Judy Waite Washington. She does the sound and so forth. It's a lot of fun. Where is it? It's at the Lakeshore Center for the Arts in Westfield, upstairs in the theater, the Jacqueline Phillips Theater, and it's free. But if you want to make a donation, it'll be terrific. So that's going to be held for 2 shows only, December 9th at 2 and 7, and just a lot of fun. And it was so great to get together with my colleagues and friends that we had done this show years ago. And 4 of us are the originals that will be in there, and then we got some new voices, new folks. They're going to be joining us as well. So it's a Wonderful Life, December 9th. You got to go online to get your tickets. Lakeshore Center for the Arts. All right, now, number 17, we've got a slide for that. Survivor Day 2023. All right, I'm just going to be part of this, but International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day is set to bring the Jamestown community together on today, November 18th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Pendergrass Library's Fireplace Room over on Cherry Street. This event probably is hosted by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and the Suicide Prevention Alliance of Chautauqua County. A unique opportunity for individuals affected by suicide loss to come together to find solace and share their stories of healing and hope. Survivor Day, recognized annually on the Saturday before the American Thanksgiving. This year, it's today, was established by an act of Congress in 1999. I did not know that. And is generously sponsored and supported by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The holidays can be really tough for those who have lost loved ones to suicide. Without going into more and more on this, it's at the library if you are interested in going over there and participating. I've seen quite a few things on Facebook and in the newspaper lately. Suicide is on the incline. It's growing. And this is a major concern here in the United States. So check it out if this is something that you're interested in. Okay, let's go on. Let's go to Ripley, my hometown. Ripley Hose Company Auxiliary, a visit with Santa. I know it's kind of small print, so I'll just kind of read it to you. At the Fire Hall, South State Street, Saturday, December 19th from 1 to 4 p.m. All right, coming up, what are they going to do? Pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus by Cunningham Photography, $3 each or 2 for $5. The lighting of the town Christmas tree will be Friday, November 24th. That's next week, right after Thanksgiving, at 6:30 p.m. Come at 5:30 to the gazebo in the center of town for the pre-lighting activities, including caroling, hot chocolate, and cookies as you wait for Santa to stop by. Meter's going to have pancake breakfast from 6 to 11. Then Noah's Ark clothing. I want to say pantry, but I'm not sure. They have clothing for folks and things like this. It's open from 10 to 12. Ripley Public Library will have their vendor fair from 10 to 4. Lakeside Golf Course create golf ball ornaments from 11 to 4. That's a new one, I think. Meters, we're going to have a chicken barbecue starting at 11:30 till it's gone. Santa parade through town. Line up at 12:15, parade at 12:30. That's always fun. Visit with Santa at the Fire Hall from 1 to 4. 3 to 4 with pets only. From 3 to 4 with pets Also, Let There Be Light Band at the Presbyterian Church from 2 to 4. Wow. Main Street Pizza, Cookie Fun from 12 to 4. Cooney Island Ice Cream is going to be open from 2 to 8. So Ripley is going to be wide open like so many of our particular communities. Then, today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to go to Westfield today. Okay, let's pop that up, Jeff. Christmas in the Village in Westfield, New York. It started last night, and there's all kinds of cool things going on today and tomorrow. The magical holiday season begins with fun, family, and events and activities. All right, Santa lit the lights last night in Moore Park. We drove by there. Holy mackerel. The whole town is gorgeous. Lights everywhere. Just like that little picture there. It looks like that right now. All right, so what's going on today and tomorrow? The Hall of Christmas over in Easton Hall. Lots of vendors will be there. I'll be there with my Rotary Club. We have a Chinese auction with lots of Christmas gifts that you could win. You're going to have free carriage rides at Easton Hall. Today, Patterson Library, Stories with Santa at 11. Today from 11 to 4, Hot Toddy Crawl. Okay, where you go from place to place, and they got little drinks that you can purchase. Christmas Tree Wonderland at Blue June Blooms. Tomorrow, Oh Holy Night and carolers at the Easton Hall. Lots of my friends from the theater are going to be singing. Today from 11:30 to 2, the Holiday Wine Tea at the Grape Discovery Center. Wear a Fascinator. 18th, today at 5 o'clock, there'll be a parade called Let There Be Light. And guess who's going to be announcing out in front of Rosie's? Myself and my sidekick, Rick Mascaro. We're going to be announcing the parade. So get there early, get chairs if you want. It looks like it's going to be a cool evening, so bundle up. We're going to be. But Let There Be Light, Christmas parade, 5 o'clock. Okay, tomorrow, holiday open house at the McClure Museum. And everybody is decorating windows. And if there's any last minute questions, give Marilyn Hemmer a call at 716-75643. I've run out of announcements, but there's Christmas stuff going all over the county, parades and lots of fun things. Here, this is a little commercial break for you right now, so stay tuned and we'll be right back with my guests. Okay, there's a little teaser. I have 3 guests today that I'm going to mention here in a second. 2 will be talking with us, and one of them is just going to kind of hang out with us that doesn't have a lot to say, but is very, very, very important that we'll find out why they're here. Okay, so with no further ado, I want to welcome to the show Ed Arnold and my brother Bob Hamels from the Hofbrauhaus in Buffalo, New York. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
You came all the way in just to be here with us.
We did.
You know, people might say, why are you talking about something in Buffalo? Because so many people from Chautauqua County have been to your Hofbrauhaus throughout the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or more. I don't even know how long you've been there. And I know that I've been there, and it's a destination place. It's a place that people have been going to for some time now. How long y'all been together?
3 years.
3 years.
Okay, so let's get started. Ed, what's your role with the Hofbrauhaus?
Well, first I want to thank you for bringing us
You
out
can do
and
that.
giving us a chance to talk about our Christmas market. I'm one of the owners and a board member at Hofbrauhaus, and also one of the people that puts together the Christkindl Market along with Bob.
Okay. And Bob, what's your role?
I'm still one of the owners, and I pretty much work with Ed, and we run the whole Christmas market with our team that we have that's not here.
Okay, so where the concept of the Hofbrauhaus, we'll get to the Christmas market in a minute, but the Hofbrauhaus is what? What is it?
So the Hofbrauhaus is a very famous restaurant in Munich, Germany that started in 1587.
1587.
It's been around, and it is extremely famous. And anybody that goes to Munich usually ends up visiting the Hofbrauhaus, a giant beer hall. And there are Hofbrauhaus franchises
Sort of like McDonald's.
across the world, kind of like McDonald's. They're all individually owned, and there are several in the United States. And Buffalo is the newest and the latest, being 3 years old.
Wow, 1587. So this is a traditional beer hall, a traditional place in Germany that people congregate for Oktoberfest, I'm assuming, and various holidays and things like that?
Yes, absolutely. And it's, in Munich certainly, and I think also in Western New York, it's kind of a community center. It's where people come together to celebrate the holidays, to just have fun, and to be with other large groups of people.
Bob, how'd you get involved with the Hofbrauhaus?
Basically, I spent a lot of time in Europe and Germany and kind of saw what it was all about, and then slowly got involved with the
So an opportunity arose
the
and you got
ownership
involved?
of the Buffalo franchise.
So when you were growing up, one of your dreams was to own a beer garden.
Part of it,
Part of it. I was
just a little bit. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah.
So true or false? We've had American military stationed in Germany for years and years and years. And while they were stationed there, especially in peacetime, they got an opportunity to visit Germany. They got to visit during the holidays. They got to visit beer halls. And some of these folks coming to the Hofbrauhaus saying, this is just like when I was in the military, or I remember this, or have you had those kind of conversations?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I hear that a lot from the vendors when they're talking with a lot of the folks that come through. And part of the entertainment that we actually offer at the Hofbrauhaus itself, there, like during this whole season, we've got the German American band. It's a 40-piece band orchestra.
40-piece band.
Yeah, I think it is. They come in, and people that really like that style music come in, listen to it. So, it brings back a lot of great memories for a lot of these people, and maybe a little bit of a closure for them too, from when they were in the service. But the nice thing is that we do offer them the European effect of the markets over there here, and we're pretty much the premier market in the Western New York area.
Okay. And I don't think people realize that, especially in Buffalo, there's a whole German quarter. Like when we grew up, we lived in the Italian quarter, and then there was the Irish down in South Buffalo is very Irish, but there's a big German population in Buffalo, so this must be a hit for them as well.
What's interesting is Buffalo, the number one ethnicity is German, but at the turn of the century, it was very evident. There was German language being spoke, there's German companies and businesses, and then with the 2 world wars, all of the Germans kind of went underground, and it wasn't so popular to celebrate those sorts of things. And when I was growing up, there was very few German restaurants and German things to do, and then suddenly there was almost none. And now with Hofbrauhaus coming along, there's been a revival, and now with this Christmas market too, everybody's kind of starting to get back into it. Okay. So it's it's kind of interesting.
And I know we mentioned beer, but you do a whole lot more than just beer there, right? You have meals and food, right?
Oh, for sure. We probably 80% of our whole our menu is all authentic recipes right from Germany.
Schnitzel?
Oh yeah, schnitzel. Schnitzel's
one of my favorites. I think I've had schnitzel like 10 different ways over the years. We've traveled in Germany extensively with our friends up in the Mellendorf area, which is above Hanover, the Kaspari family. I'm saying that because I'm going to send them this video, and we hope to see them this spring again. But we've had some good times in Germany and learned a lot about the German food. So when I visited the Hofbrauhaus, yeah, it's the real deal, the Spätzle and all that sort of thing, and that's good stuff. All right, so reason why we're here today is because of the holidays, and so you started something called I want to say it correctly, the Christkindl Market. I just call them Christmas market. That's depends on what part of Germany you are, and they all have their own terms for things. So let's talk about what is the Christkindl Market and how did this start at the Hofbrauhaus?
Doc, you just touched on something. We formed a little committee to plan this in the very beginning.
Right.
And we spent hours talking about whether we were going to call it the Christkindl Markt or one of the 1,000 other names. Right. So every part of Germany and German-speaking area has a little slightly different name for it. But really the idea was twofold. One is in Europe, all over Europe, not only in Germany, but in Austria and in, non-German speaking places. They've got these beautiful Christmas markets where people can go and they can celebrate the holidays and kind of get in the spirit of things. And I remember way back in Buffalo, there was a tradition of people going downtown and looking at the Christmas lights in the windows and all of that. And people my generation and younger never saw it. There was never really a local tradition of coming downtown to Buffalo to seeing all this. And this is kind of an effort to start up a new Buffalo Christmas tradition. Now we're in our third year, and it's a great place to bring family. It's a great place to go with friends, and it's a great place to start to get into that Christmas spirit.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because in Westfield, that I mentioned with the theater group, we did something called the, I think I can think of the name of it right now, but it was a throwback to the way it used to be back in the 40s and the 50s. Harvest Moon was called. Thank you, it came to me. And I participated. I was the former mayor in the play, and they bring back these characters from the past. The reason why I digress on this is because they talked about the way it used to be. Friday nights, all the vendors would be open, and at Christmas time, lights in the streets, and they kind of went dark for a long time. And Bob, you remember this. I'm almost positive you'll remember this. When we were kids, Mom would take us downtown, A&A's, Hens and Kelly's. We would see the little animated characters in the windows. It was like Macy's Day Parade, but in miniature form. And then it went away. But it sounds like we're kind of
That's exactly
venting
it, yeah.
that feeling.
Yeah.
So if you go to Europe and you go to a Christkindl market, what's it look like?
So the Christkindl markets in Europe look very similar to ours. They have these little booths set up. They're selling crafts and different things. And one of the signature items that they have at the Christkindl markets are these types of mugs. So
Okay, well let's zoom in on those.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are these mugs for? That's a very small beer stein.
Right, it's a very small. So these are every Christmas market has their own mug.
Okay.
Whatever city you're in or whatever, and each year they come out with a new one. So these are kind of collector's items mugs. You've got one from 2001, 2002, and this year's in 2003.
Okay, so what's on this year?
This year is that's a good question. We've got a little, Christkindl marked there with, you can see like the, I don't know if you can see it. They have little signs, and then they've got some specific buildings in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. Very nice.
And each of them are similar. And what you asked was what they do with them. If you can imagine being outside, walking through a Christkindl market, cold, maybe some snow coming down.
Nice.
You've been there for a while. Nothing is better than Glühwein, a warm wine, mulled wine that comes in these mugs. So
Glühwein?
Glühwein.
Well, wine
yes.
means wine, obviously.
So it's a mulled wine.
What does that mean?
So warm. It's
Oh,
warm.
oh.
So it's a warm wine, and you can drink it. It just kind of goes right into your chest and makes you feel warm and comfortable again. So we have the Glühwein at our Christkindl market. We also serve hot chocolate in these mugs, and we serve hot chocolate with a little bit of peanut butter whiskey, which is kind of a nice
For adults only, though. Adults only.
Well, of course.
Right.
Okay, but, yeah.
So I'll take you down to a little memory lane for us. I think we were in Hanover. It might have been Hamburg. I can't remember because that Christmas markets kind of blur together. But I remember this, okay? And tell me if this is what it's like to be at your market. I remember it being cold. I remember lots of lights, music playing, and then the smell of like bratwurst or roasted nuts or peanuts or certain kinds of things, and then people going to get their Glühwein in their little cups, and everybody just bundled up and having a great time.
100% is what you're going to see in
Oh, the
West
same
Virginia.
thing?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The only difference probably between our market right now And what you would see in Europe is you may see Ferris wheels or merry-go-rounds or some type of rides, which we just don't have the real estate to do that yet.
So it's sort of like a fair, like
could be,
a
yeah.
holiday fair where it's and every place is a little different. If I remember right,
Yeah.
You have your small villages that have their Christmas markets, and you have the big cities, and they go forever through the streets and everything else. Okay, so the key reason why I said let's do this show is because Hofbrauhaus doesn't need me. The Kindle Market doesn't need me, but somebody does need us. And who's that needs this market? Because you guys are doing some really fine fundraising this year. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so the purpose of the market is to promote a charity. And Hope Rises is our charity this year. And when you come to the Christkindl Market, there'll be lots of opportunities to support Hope Rises. When you buy a mug or when you buy something from our Hofbrauhaus booths where we're selling the sausages, or we have something called, what are they, the cakes.
We have something new this year.
All right.
Chimney cakes.
Yes, we have a
Oh, the chimney cakes. Yes, I know what those are. Those on the stick, right? It's like a swirly thing comes.
yeah,
Right.
it comes off the. You don't
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
stuff.
And they,
So yeah, so that is something we're putting together brand new this year. Our chef, executive chef, is working on that right now, and we will be having those. They'll be sold in our booth outside with the bratwurst, and we'll have those, and the live-in wine and the hot chocolate.
Well, let's talk about the chimney cake for a second. I saw those in the Czech Republic. They were like every other corner. So, but and that was like during the fall, so it wasn't
Right.
the holidays. What is it? The chimney cake.
It's basically a pastry that gets rolled out. It's a dough rolled out, and then it gets. In Europe, they do them over coals on a long wooden rod, almost like a rolling pin that's tapered. But here, ours is electric machine. With,
Okay.
It's got the
That's fine.
heating elements in there. Cooks it the same way. And then once they're done, they roll them possibly in some oils or syrups. They're done different ways. I'm not exactly sure how we're doing ours yet. And then they'll maybe put some sprinkled some sugar, confectionery sugar and cinnamon, or some.
I think I saw chocolate.
I've seen chocolate,
chocolate,
ones too,
Nutella.
and things like that. So I'm not sure. I'm still waiting to try them out. We should be getting some samples here, I think, on Monday. So, but it will be the real deal.
So for those of you that don't know what Nutella is, Nutella wasn't here about 20 years ago. We were introduced about Nutella from our German exchange daughter, Julie, who is part of the Kaspari family that I mentioned. And it's a chocolate, and it's
Marzipan.
that too, but it's hazelnuts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I was almost there, Jeff. Thanks. He gave me that little push there. Hazelnuts, and it's really awesome. And you put it like on everything. And now I see it in the United States. So yeah, so that would be really good. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So you have a Christmas market, and you are doing a fundraiser. Do we have a screenshot for the Hope Rises, Jeff? Let's pop that up. So what do they do, Hope Rises?
So Hope Rises kind of is a place where you can go to if you need help with something. So different groups and organizations and charities go to Hope Rises, and they've got a story that they want to get out there. And Hope Rises will help them get out the message on why they're trying to raise money. And what's really nice about Hope Rises is if you donate $1, the entire dollar goes to that charity.
Okay.
None of it goes to people that are working
Administration
for the charity,
and things like that.
and that, yeah.
So this is a Buffalo-based organization?
It is, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so do they counseling or?
So they do a lot of things. They help children that maybe they're getting gifts for Christmas for children that can't afford them. They've got things for children with diseases and health issues, almost anything. If you have a need, you can go to Hope Rises and say, "Oh, we're looking to
Sort of like make a
raise
wish
some
group,
money for
kind
this
of
sort of thing."
kind of
Exactly.
open-ended. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
They do a lot of work with foster care.
All right.
So they're that's one of the other groups I know that they do work with. So they're new to us this year, so we're kind of still learning what they're all about.
That's
and
okay.
Other groups. So
And I think I looked it up on Facebook, and I believe that there's a site there that you can read up on them and
Yeah.
then go to their website. And I know in the past you helped feed them Western New York and provided monies for those folks. So is this like you like pick a charity each year, or how's that work?
The first 2 years, we were with a different charity. This
Right.
is a new one, and really, it's kind of need based. So we Christmas time is a pretty busy time for charities, and the first 2 years we used Feed More, and they were great, and they really helped us get off the ground. They had a big organization, but they also are very busy at the Christmas time of year, and they've got a lot of different things going on. Hope Rise is a little bit smaller, and we were hoping that we had more of an impact helping them.
Well, good. And I wasn't going in any particular direction with that. I just feel that I know that I've worked on lots of different boards for charities in support, and a lot of these organizations and these foundations, they support a variety of different groups that really are in need. So everybody gets a turn, right?
Right, exactly.
Awesome. All right. So this is your third year with the Christmas market, or the Chris Kindle market. So what did it look like the first year, Bob?
well, the first year we started out, we were smaller than what we are now. We had basically 15 different vendor booths.
Which is pretty big.
Yeah, we have that in the parking lot next to us, our building, and then we had our Christmas tree and some events right in our beer garden area. Then that was our first year, and it was a successful year. Year two, we went into. We thought, well, heck, we can add more vendor booths. We could make it grow, because our intention was to make it grow a little bit, not too big. So we want to keep it still the European look, and we don't want it, and we only have so much real estate to work with. So we decided that we were going to, in our beer garden area, we were going to remove all our patio furniture and everything. And so we were able to put in 8 new booths that we built last year right into the beer garden. So we kind of did a little differently. We did more of the different types of vendors. And we'll get into vendors in a minute here, but we kind of put more of the food artisans in that area. And then in the parking lot, we did more the artisans that were more the artists and crafters.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily crafters, but and we'll get it. I'll explain it in a minute. But we had different groups out there, so we kind of. But this year we've changed it. We're going back to it. We have everything. Anyway, so we had a total of 8 booths in the beer garden, so in the 15 out in the.
So we're up to 23.
Yeah. So
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. So we got through that, and it was a successful year. Mother Nature kind of gave us some fits last year.
I remember.
In our beginning day, we had to cancel the very first day because we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds, and we had some damages to the booths. So
Yeah, what's with you in Buffalo, guys? We're down here, we get hammered, like for 30 seconds, but you guys go day after day.
Yes. Isn't that the truth?
yeah, so we actually extended the last year's event for a few more days, right just before Christmas. And we shut down on the 23rd, and that night we got hit with 7 foot of snow. And luckily, all our vendors and everybody.
7 foot of snow.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of a setback that year because we lost 15 of our booths that we had.
Where'd they go?
They became toothpicks.
They were destroyed.
Oh my
Destroyed.
gosh.
So, but the new ones we built were. They were just, they held up nicely. Our original booths we had actually purchased our first year to get off the ground from a group out of Cincinnati, and we brought them in. So they weren't brand new, and they were a little, the construction wasn't as strong as we
For
probably
50-mile-an-hour winds and 7 foot of snow.
right. So anyway, so the day after Christmas, we started right back on with our committee and said, okay, what are we going to do? We got to figure this all out.
Right.
So we just got done building 20 brand new booths, and so all our booths are very nice, and they're, you know, the vendors can put a heater, we have electricity for all the booths. We all have floors and steel roofs on them,
Right.
and they look very European, just like the Bavarian chalets you would say in Europe. So right now we have a total of 28 booths now.
Wow.
So we've grown.
Okay.
So we're it's great.
All right, and we'll get to that just a second because I have a question for Ed that he can't answer.
I can't answer. Uh-oh.
Okay, I bet you can't. How many people come through every year?
So it's hard to estimate,
But be bold. Be big. Think
we
big.
think
here.
over 30,000 people.
No, seriously.
That is serious. That is serious.
30,000 people.
Yes.
Yes, and the reason we know is because we have a sense of how many people come through the restaurant, the
Okay.
Hofbrauhaus, and then we know that there's people that come to the market that don't go to the restaurant, people that do go to the restaurant, and we think the first year we had over 30,000 people. So we believe that we did more last year, and I would estimate that this will be our biggest year yet because we're going one more weekend.
And after today's show, you're going to be at 30,200. I'm
I
positive.
bet that's right.
Well, and one of the reasons that we know we're hitting those kind of numbers is
30,000.
right. The area that we're in now has become almost a central area for markets. So there are we have our market, which is probably the premier one in the area, and then there's every weekend right around us, probably within 5 blocks, there's at least 3 more different types of markets, 1 days, 2 days.
Well, and that's what happens. A good idea spawns other good ideas. And, you know, it's like if you have a yard sale, your neighbor has a yard sale, because why not? Because their signs are up, and I'll just piggyback onto that. So, and that's how things like this grow, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. So, you know, the nice thing is that people can almost park in one location and then walk right around and get to the other markets. And then, you know, we do have restrooms in the restaurant, and if people want to eat outside, you know, it's kind of like having 2 different things going on at once, because we have the Christmas market going on, and then we also have the restaurant. So,
Okay.
which is nice.
Take a breather. Folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise, and my guests today are Ed Arnold and Bob Hamels from the Hofbrauhaus Buffalo, and we're talking about their Chris Kindle Market that's going to be happening here soon, and we're going to get to the dates in that. I want to give you guys a little hint or a little insider information about parking. Okay, I've been able to visit up there a little bit, and the secret I'm going to share with you is there's a parking lot kind of kitty corner to this whole area, and if you download an app onto your phone, you can park for a reasonable price, somewhere between $3 and $5, as opposed to some of the other lots that are a lot more money. But there's my tip: is go to that lot and get the app on your phone and pay that way, rather than paying a little bit higher prices than some of the others. And you will thank me. All right, so we are talking about this Chris Kindle Market and 28 vendors. So before we do that, Jeff, let's pop up some pictures of some of the little houses or little buildings. What do you call them?
Booths.
Booths. All right, let's see some of those booths, if you would. And there we go. Now, this is from last year?
Yes, this was some shots in our beer garden, a couple of the vendors.
And I can tell you from personal experience, it looks exactly like what I saw in Europe. That kind of alpine look, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
For those that are listening on the radio right now, we're looking at a row of 1, 2, 3, about 6 or 7 little booths all lit up. Christmas lights. People visiting all the different booths, 30,000 of them over the course of the event. Okay, wow.
Yeah. So.
And where is this located? I don't even know we mentioned this. Where is this place?
So this is at 190 Scott Street, which is right by the casino and very close to the arena where the Sabres play.
All right. So this is, just put it into your GPS and it'll get you right there, 190 Scott Street.
Yes.
Okay, got another one, Jeff, or are we good for now? Okay. So let's talk about what people will see in an authentic Chris Kindle market. It's hard because I keep saying Christmas market, but I'm trying to say it right for you guys. Chris Kindle Market.
It took me 3 years to get that.
Chris Kindle Market. Okay.
So when we talk about vendors, maybe we should give you the dates of when we are having it.
It's all about you.
Okay, so do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
Go ahead. The only thing I'll say is the first day, I'll tell them the first day is Black Friday.
Uh-oh.
So we actually added another week earlier this year than last year. So we're open right after Thanksgiving on Black Friday at noon.
Correct.
I'll let you take it from there.
Okay, so that the 24th we go from 12 noon till 8 p.m. Saturday the 25th we go from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Sunday the 26th we go from 12 noon till 5 p.m. So that's week 1. Week 2 is pretty much the same as the first week, except for on Friday, which is this is December 1st, we go from 4 till 8, and then December 2nd we go 12 to noon, or 12 to 8 rather, and then Sunday, December 3rd, we go from 12 to 5 p.m. And then our third weekend is 12/8 is the Friday, we go from 4 till 8 p.m. 12/9 we go from which is Saturday, we go from noon till 8, and Sunday, 12/10, we go from 12 to 5 p.m. Then our final wrap-up weekend will be on Friday, 12/15. We go from 4 till 8 p.m. Saturday, we go from, which is the 16th, we go from noon till 8 p.m. And then on Sunday, the 17th, our last and closing day, we will go from 12 to 5 p.m.
Okay, so rather than everybody trying to scribble down these times and dates, how can they find out this information online? Where can they go?
Just to the Hofbrauhaus Buffalo website.
Okay, are you on Facebook?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Or you could go to Hofbrau Buffalo Facebook page.
Okay, so they can look that up, and the
Yeah.
information's out there?
And if you go to our website, hofbrau.com or buffalo.com, click on the events and then drill down, and then it'll give you by week, and then as you go through the weeks, just keep hitting the right arrow, and that will get you through all our weeks and give you all the information.
You're very organized. Very nice.
Well, yes, we have to. And we just
30-some thousand people. You got to be organized. All right, so what kind of vendors? I mean, what are we looking at here?
Well, it's been interesting. The first year we were looking for vendors, we were scrambling to get vendors. We were trying, because nobody knew us. And, vendors are, they're the type of people that want to make sure that they're going to a good event where they're going to sell their goods, they're going to show their goods, their crafts, their artists, and whatever they do, and they want to be able to do that. So being the first year, people took a chance on us. And boy, once they took a chance on us, they go, I want the same booth, I want to be there all 4 weeks, don't give my location up. So we've got, out of the 26 vendors per week, 15 of our vendors are there all 4 weeks, and then we have other vendors, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, the first, the third. I mean, it's all different combinations.
That says a lot about your event.
Yeah, well, we're real proud of that, because the concept that we have is that we want to work with the vendors, and kind of like they're part of our family. The one thing about the Hofbrau is we're a community-based restaurant where it's for family, and our event is a family event. So we want to bring it, and we treat all our vendors as family. So, I mean, I during the summer we'll go to different events, my wife and I, and I'll run into vendors if they're there, and they come up and hug you and kiss you. It's like they're your brother or sister, or your cousin.
Good
and that's
connection.
a lot of them are like that. So it's really interesting. It's been a great experience so far. So.
All right, so what kind of vendors do you have?
Well, we've got different vendors where we bring in, we've got some true artists that do all kinds of paintings and a lot of Santa Claus, a lot of Christmas themed items now. We've got...
So you can do Christmas shopping.
Oh, absolutely Christmas shopping. We've got vendors...
Do you know my birthday's in January?
Yes.
It's never too early. No, really.
Okay, well, come on up and bring about 30,000 people. And
Well, I'm working on it.
This year we got something we've never done before. We have a group, Thistle Creek Alpaca Farm. We're going to actually have live alpacas.
No way.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife that. We love alpacas.
Well, they're going to be here for the first weekend. We'll have them. They'll actually have a little pen area, and I think they're going to have.
And they sell their fur, right? They make it into yarn and
Yes,
things
I
like
think
that.
they call it wool.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, you know what I'm
whatever it
talking
is.
about.
But yes,
The hair.
so we have that. That is something totally different. We have, let's see, we've got one lady that sells a bourbon-infused maple syrup, something a little different. We have a custom-made soap person that makes custom soaps.
All right, the most important question is that everybody's waiting for me to ask, are you selling German chocolate?
Yes, we do have one vendor that sells everything from Germany, from nutcrackers to smokers to pyramids.
What do you mean
to,
smokers?
they're
You sell
little-
people?
No. They're little ornaments or little chimney buildings that they put incense.
Oh, like an
over.
incenser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So they sells all kinds of things like that. I know she sells all kinds of chocolate-covered pretzels and candies.
All right, hold
and-
that thought because I have a phone call and you got me hungry. So just don't go any
Okay.
further because my appetite is like going crazy right now. All right, good morning, caller.
Good morning, Jack. This is Linda Spalding.
Hi, Lynn.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I'm getting hungry too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hold you up. Good luck with your endeavors. And I love German food. You've got the Hofbrauhaus, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
What's your favorite German food?
Sauerbraten mit
Yes.
Kartoffelkleis.
Oh, the potato. Okay. Kartoffel.
We have both.
Yeah.
We have
yeah,
both.
and-
They come
and-
together.
And Rautkraut.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we have that.
And I know how to make all that stuff.
Well, you'll have to go up there and compare yours against theirs then.
Well, I'd much rather go to a restaurant.
It's a lot of work.
That sauerbraten is a lot of work.
Yeah, I bet.
It takes a week, right, with all the marinating.
Linda, have you ever been to a Christmas market, a Christkindl market?
No.
Well, this is
It's
your
a-
opportunity.
But I've been in Germany, and I know they celebrate Christmas every day.
Yeah, there's lots of fairs and lots of events. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the Oktoberfest in Munich, which they say München. It was wonderful.
And you
Yeah.
survived. Good for you.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Well, you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Oh, thanks, Ann.
And a great weekend, and continue on making me hungry.
Okay, super.
Thanks.
Thanks, then.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
the call.
Bye.
Okay.
I forgot Thanksgiving's coming up next week.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't even think to mention that. Oh well. All right, so candies, pretzels, keep going.
Okay, so anyway, that vendor is a little bit of Germany. We've got a new one too this year. We have one gentleman. He's a wood turner. He's going to be making all kinds of bowls and goblets. He's going to do them right on
Oh,
site.
nice.
We got let's see, who else we got? We got some leather working.
What do you mean by leatherworking? Belts and
He comes in, he makes. You can have a
Purses,
belt made right
whatever,
there.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
does all kinds of that. We got custom jewelers. We've got candle makers. We've got some dragonfly jams and jellies that makes a whole vast array of different types of and really good top.
now, are
end.
these German slanted? I mean, like German.
Some are, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
You know, we have those. Again, from the food end of it, we've got different types of bakers. We've got Alpine Sweets Bakery. They make I don't even know what kind of cookie it is. It's a Springerdale Christmas biscuit. They're there. We've got Specialty Foods, Buffalo Artisan Food Trades are going to be there. We've got people for your dogs. We have one vendor that makes all this special treats for dogs. Penelope's treats. We've got, again, 1 week we have somebody doing granola, special homemade granolas. We have kettle corn, vendor, Outback Kettle Corn will be there all 4 weeks. We have one, if you like gnomes, we have Gnome Este. She's been with us from day one. She makes all kinds of gnomes. She did we had Christmas in July last year, we tried it. and she came in. She even had gnomes like riding Harleys and little
Cool.
Harleys and stuff. So we've got all kinds of food brokers, hand painting, glass painting.
So and every week is a little different, maybe?
Oh yes, every week we've got we've got 15 of the same that come in every week,
And then some others
and
that
then
come and
the
go.
balance is different vendors
Okay.
every week. So it's great.
Yeah,
So-
good.
So, Doc, we've got other things that are going on too. We've got horse-drawn carriage rides that are occurring every week. We've got Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus coming every Sunday from, I think, 12 to 2.
It's,
Oh, there
We've
they
got
are. Yeah.
Christmas deck. Oh, yeah, you can see pictures of
Nice.
Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. We've got cookie decorating where you can bring your kids in and
Okay,
they
it's
can.
a family event.
Yes, exactly.
that's a fundraiser for Hope Rising. Rises. That'll be on Saturday from noon till at noon till supplies run out. So and it's just a recommended a donation to
Okay.
them. So
All
again,
right.
whatever.
Well, before we go any further,
Yes.
you brought your silent partner that's been waiting to come on.
Oh, yes.
So let's, with no further ado, I'll let you introduce him. And Jeff, when you're ready, bring him on. There he is. Okay. So this is a traditional character in Europe. On December 5, goes from house to house, Justin, to find out who's been naughty.
So that is Krampus.
Krampus.
And Krampus is, if any of you have watched the Avenger movies and that, he is the grandson of Lodi.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, and he's kind of a darker character, as you might imagine.
And he's huge. I mean, here's me. Look how big this guy is.
And the German parents would kind of use him as leverage against their
don't be good, Krampus
children.
is coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It used to be my dad. If you don't be good, your dad's going to come home and give you one.
Right.
So Krampus. So
Exactly.
I understand he goes way, way, way back in the history of Austria and Germany. And
Yes.
I've seen
And he
him
goes by
in-
different names as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Such as, do you have another name?
Knecht Ruprecht. There's a bunch of other ones. But,
Wow.
yeah.
So I understand in some of the parades that Krampus, this big dude here, he chases the kids around too. He gets right into the swing of things with Santa on one, because Santa comes the next day in Europe on December
Right,
6th.
right.
But this guy shows up the day before to kind of sort things out. He's like the bad elf. Holy mackerel.
Exactly.
So was there anything else you were going to talk about?
Yes, I do want to say one more thing. So we have a tree lighting ceremony
Okay.
every Friday and Saturday at 6 o'clock, and it's kind of the kickoff to that day. And what happens is a band comes out, and we kind of all funnel out into the Christmas tree area. And we sing "O Christmas Tree."
O Tannenbaum.
O Tannenbaum, exactly. And then we have this bowl called the Feuerzangenbowl. It's a
I'm not familiar with that.
Feuerzangenbowl. It's a big punch bowl with a cube of sugar, a cone of sugar above it, and we douse the sugar in high alcohol rum. And we light it, and it's kind of a beautiful visual.
Wow.
And then afterwards, we kind of dish out a little bit of the Feuerzangenbowle to
Is it wine?
to guests. It's
A punch?
It's like a punch with the glühwein and the rum and the sugar. It's kind of sweet.
We should have tried
and it's
this here in the
hot.
studio. That would have been fun.
We
wouldn't
should have. It would have been delicious.
Set up all the fireworks here. Guys, we're down to like a minute. So, Bob, I'm going to throw it to you, and then we'll let Ed finish up. What do you want to say?
Thank you for letting us come down and talk about our event.
Yeah.
Please come out. If you have any questions, you can reach out to the Hofbrauhaus and or on our Facebook page, and we can answer them for you.
So, starting November 24th, all the way for the next 4 weekends, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Arnold, how about you?
I just want to say on behalf of Hofbrauhaus Buffalo and Chris Kindle Market Buffalo, have a happy holidays. We hope you come and visit us and enjoy the holidays.
Okay. And is there a phone number in case people want more information by any chance?
Yes. The phone number is, what is it? Something BEER. I don't have
It's
a
okay, but
comment.
it's on there.
But it's on the
but
website.
But people could call. And as far as Hofbrau itself, I would recommend reservations, especially this time of year.
Oh, absolutely. On the weekends, please make reservations because you won't get in.
Okay. So, well, guys, good luck with this, and thanks for thinking about charity and Hope Rises, and I hope you have a great, successful event. So, we're going to sign off here, I guess, in a second. So, folks, have a nice Thanksgiving. Think about the various Christmas events that are going on all over Western New York, including let me get it one more time, the Chris Kindle Market, and well, have a good holiday, everybody. So, thanks, Bob Hamels at Arnold, for joining me today from Hofbrauhaus, Buffalo. And I guess we're just about running out of time. I thought we'd be done by now. Are we still going? Oh, there we go. I tried to time it so we end. There we go. Okay.